What is up, everybody? It's your boy Diddy back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap after his disastrous Beg Zone 2.0 stream, where he was just filled with nothing but hate, coke, and salt. And of course, our boy Phil was looking for them bounties, and them bounties weren't to be found. So I just posted the Call of Duty Warzone or Beg Zone video that should be up shortly. Hope you guys enjoy it. And I'm guessing Phil's just going to recap all of the salt he had today. His FGC drama, him being called out on Twitter, him being a positive streamer and just spending an hour being toxic, and all the lovely things that Phil, does on his normal stream. So let's check it out.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 4th of January, 2023. Surprise! I was actually streaming today, although I usually don't stream on Wednesdays. This week was a little different. My wife's work schedule was a little different, and therefore I actually streamed 7 straight days this week, okay? What do we do today? What a unique and interesting day, to say the least.
We need to give up the charade. We know Cat isn't working, so... I mean, from the sounds of it, sounds like she works 8 hours a week, not 8 hours a day, 8 hours a week. So I'm putting it down now. Kat is not working anywhere. The only thing she's working on is a roast beef sandwich and some Fallout 4.
We started off today revealing a new vest. I actually have a Pokemon vest that was donated by a fan as a belated Christmas present. Really nice vest. I hope that I can wear it in the future. Sadly, a little late for the Pokemon playthrough, considering we have like one stream left to finish Pokemon Scarlet. It is what it is, but...
Again, that was a Christmas present that someone actually spent money on to get for Phil and ship it and pay for shipping as a Christmas gift to thank Phil for his, for his streams and for the entertainment that he provides him. And what does Phil focus on? It didn't come early enough. He should have got it months ago when he started playing Pokemon so that he could have cashed in on the stupid vest.
But I revealed that. And then really the meat of today's podcast was discussing fighting game community drama, which I usually try to avoid because I'm not part of the fighting game community anymore. But now they're trying to rope me into their nonsense regarding Arturo Sanchez, a former friend and pro player who is part of the community. He's known as one of the OGs, and he's being accused of some pretty heinous stuff. He's been let go by a company that he was working with, being accused of basically misappropriating funds that were supposed to go to players, and pretty serious accusations. And basically Arturo tried to defend himself yesterday on a stream that went horribly wrong because he really couldn't show anything to back up what he was saying, outside of a very few things, like one or two things, yes. Outside of that, no. And basically everyone just kind of told him that he seems really guilty. And what really pissed me off, and the reason that I had to talk about it today, is because people were saying, I'm not exaggerating, oh, so he's pulling a DSP. He's basically the next DSP, or he's the DSP of the fighting game community.
That's exactly what he's doing. He was making comments and didn't have any proof and wouldn't show anything. And he doesn't have to show it to the public. He can reach out to the company that is making these accusations and saying, hey, let me have a sit down with you and I will show you proof that I didn't do these things I'm being called on. It's something Phil would never do because, of course, Phil tries to hide everything that he does. And it's the main reason why Phil has so many detractors. And it's the reason why it's the reason why some of the detractors actually go to the extent of digging, finding stuff like your bank statements and that stuff, Phil. That's the reason why, because people don't believe you. And the thing is that over and over again, how many times have you stated no, you don't do something, and then it comes to like that you are doing that? Example, WWE champions. You've gotten caught multiple times. You've actually showed it on your phone, that you play WWE champions, and you keep lying about it. So yes, Arturo is kind of pulling a DSP.
Yeah, I don't like that. All right. What basically they're saying is you're getting accused of heinous things and you don't provide any evidence you didn't do it, and therefore you must be guilty. which is bullshit. Just because I get accused of so many damn things all the time, and because I do not choose to expose myself by putting out private information about me and my financials and things like that, does not mean that I'm guilty of anything. And if you actually think that you're a fucking idiot, and quite frankly, you shouldn't really have any kind of a following on the internet. Sadly, in the FGC, a lot of people who are notable figures and even figureheads are pretty stupid. And they say dumb things that are irresponsible like that. And I didn't appreciate that because there were several of them that were kind of roping me into this situation by saying stuff like that. Okay? So basically, on today's podcast, I covered the...
By several, it was like 2 people tweeting that. And of course, Phil has this inflated ego about himself that millions of people actually have him on their minds. You know, that they actually think about Phil, that they want to get his takes. You know, millions. He actually thinks this. And when he sees anyone, one person or two people, you know, from some type of organization he belonged to, say something about him, he takes it personally and he thinks, oh my God, I need to stomp out this criticism before it spreads and ruins my reputation. Phil, you have no reputation. Your reputation's in the gutter. No one wants to collab with you. No one believes you. Everyone thinks that you're a scumbag. So, I don't know what you're trying to prove here. All you're doing is you're making yourself look petty by spending over an hour ranting and raving on your podcast about something that 2 or 3 people may have said on Twitter. It just shows that you're thin-skinned, and anyone can, oh God. You talk about how you don't want you're not going to get involved in the drama. You're just going to ignore the drama, the trolls, the detractors, whatever the case is. And then you spend an hour ranting and raving about what someone posted on Twitter about you. Don't you understand how insane you look? How just out of whack you look to most people when they see this. They say, what the hell is wrong with this guy? And time again, you constantly prove that you're just a thin-skinned person. And you take this to heart. And the reason why you take it to heart is because you know most of it is true.
The entirety of the Arturo Sanchez FGC drama situation. And I basically tried to, give my thoughts on it. And it was basically the whole podcast. All right. So just to warn you, if you're not really interested in that, you probably want to skip the podcast for today. But being that I'm getting roped into it by the FGC, which I think is unfair. And I lay down the law on the podcast, too, about the FGC that constantly, and when I say FGC is fighting game community, they constantly try to rope me into their nonsense, even though I have nothing to do with it. Am I part of the competitive FGC? Do I play fighting games competitively? Do I go to tournaments? Do I involve myself in that stuff?
This man is senile. No one talks about him. Other than the 1 or 2 people who may be part of the FGC that want to troll him. No one cares about you, Phil. No one cares what you do. No one, and then when 1 or 2 people tweet about you and you spend your whole podcast ranting and raving, you look like a Looney Tune. Look at your face right here. You look like a Looney Tune. And you're probably spending your whole night on Twitter playing WWE Champions, looking for more tweets, and you're probably going to talk about this yet again on Friday when you get back from your break. And you're going to look even more petty and more pitiful.
So why do they bring me up all the time? They're such losers, So anyway, watch the podcast if you're interested in that. If not, I strongly recommend you skip it unless you want to see the Pokemon vest quickly, okay? First stream today was Pokemon Scarlet. And by the way, I apparently just scratched my arm and it's bleeding. Great.
Yes, you need to stop picking at your nasty psoriasis and eczema and liver spots. When you constantly pick at it, it's going to bleed. It's disgusting. You probably have dead skin cells and blood all over your chair and floor.
All right. So as I cordon off the wound here, first stream today was Pokemon Scarlet gameplay, and we were basically trying to finish up the Victory Road tour, or the Victory Road plotline, which is basically the Elite Four were left. After the Elite Four, there was the La Primera, and then after La Primera, there was the Champion. And so basically 6 very, very challenging duels. Luckily, my viewers were there to help me through it. And by the end of today's stream, we did it. And I was like, wow, I didn't think we would do that all in one sitting. I definitely thought the Elite Four were going to like slap me around. But I actually did pretty good. And, you know, got it done, which was excellent. And then we actually started up the final plot line of the story of the game, which is Area 0. It's supposed to be this area of hidden, like very challenging. Where the hell is this scratch? Do you guys see it? Oh, there it is. Look, it's on my elbow. I can't reach. I can't see it. It's like a scratch on my elbow. You know what it is? This is Jasper. Jasper got me the other day. Jasper got me the other day, and it's been healing. And I must have inadvertently scratched the scab, and now the thing's bleeding on me. I need to use my webcam to see it. I can't see it. Look at the positioning. It's so weird. I can't see it. All right, there we go. So, we got to Area 0, which is essentially this open world exploration final area of the game. And then we ran out of time, and I was like, oh, this is perfect because next time around we could do it. And people were like, yeah, it's about 2 hours long. And then you basically have like the epilogue of the game. So that's like perfect for next time to actually wrap up the Pokemon Scarlet playthrough. So went really well, had good support. We didn't hit the vest goal, so we didn't get to see the Pokemon vest. But otherwise, it was still a pretty good support. And, you know, had a great time playing Pokemon today. Thank you anyone who was there and actually helped me live with those duels, because those otherwise could have been pretty darn daunting. But you guys were helping me understand the enemy types and stuff, and it worked really well. Late stream tonight was Warzone. And Warzone started off good. We had a match where I got like 12th place, but I kind of got, let me put it this way. I wasn't outplayed, but basically I didn't have a little bit of knowledge about the game, and it kind of screwed me over. Then I proceeded to basically have a really bad streak. And then last minute at the very end of the night was a really good one. All right. So I won't spoil. I want you to watch, obviously. I will tell you, it's a really good one at the very end of all the footage for tonight. So Warzone started off good, then went real sour. I was getting pissy because there's a lot of firefights, which I know I was winning, and the game was saying I wasn't, which was really stupid. And the last match was great. Support overall, quite good. You know, no complaints. Great Warzone stream again. All right? So today was a pretty good day of big variety and fun, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it if you were here live, and if not, hope you'll watch it on demand. I am not here tomorrow. Thursday is my day off for the week. Is this thing fucking gonna stop bleeding? Thursday is my day off for the week. I will not be here. If you watch anything on DSP Gaming, by all means, enjoy. Please remember, you can help with engagement by liking the videos or leaving comments on them, or both. And if you so support the channel, if you choose to support the channel when I'm not here, you could always leave a super thanks on a video, okay? When I come back on Friday, this week is a super excellent week. Let me tell you why. This week, we're officially finishing off all the leftover odds and ends from 2022, and we're heading fully into new content for 2023. We've got the conclusion of God of War on Friday, including all the endgame super bosses and the final story element, a funeral. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil and say for who, but there's a big funeral. That's the end of the story that I can't wait to check out. And then Friday night, we're doing Resident Evil 1 Remake. Saturday is the conclusion of Pokemon Scarlet. Saturday night, Warzone. And that means, if all goes according to plan, Sunday will be my year-end series. Yes, my most disappointing games countdown, as well as my Game of the Year awards. And this weekend as well, the poll will go live, by which you guys can start voting on the viewer's choice games that you nominated to pick whatever game will actually be the full playthrough coming up. And I'm excited for that as well. I want to see what you guys nominated and what you're going to pick for the playthrough that's going to start later on in January. Keep in mind, this week we have at least 1 or 2 new playthroughs coming. The first new game of the year is coming out this week. What a weekend. What a week coming up. Guys, thank you. It was a great streaming week. I hope you enjoyed it thoroughly. And I hope to see you all on Friday. Have a good day off Thursday. Be safe. And I'll see you all Friday. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Good Lord, thank God that was over. But yeah, oh my Lord, yeah. DSP, the man, Mr. Positivity, who has, you know, changed himself to be a better person and trying to be a better person and ignoring all the detractors and the negativity, reverted back to his old self. And oh my Lord, if you guys get a minute, you guys can check out my video. I didn't clip the whole thing because I didn't want to, you know, just torture people. So I got about a good 20 minutes of him where he was just foaming at the mouth, and it was quite chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. All right, people. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.